Lawmakers can't cut a deal. Time to bring in the ultimate negotiator who can.
Let's get it straightened out between us. Now, if there is any value to it that we can make a profit, I'm interested in it no matter what it is.
Well, then that's good enough for me. I'm sorry that it started out this way, but...
You know what? I don't care how it starts as long as it ends on a positive note.
That went well. Les Go is the star of Hardcore Pawn on truTV. Les, we were saying to him, I think we need guys like you.
Well, you need somebody strong and powerful, no question about it.
But someone who's going to be blunt and to the point and not play games.
You can't play games in politics, so it's just the... Well, excuse
you
me.
can.
You
That's
can,
the problem.
but to resolve a situation, you need to work together.
All right. I was thinking the way you negotiate with people when they come in and say, I think this is worth $1,000. And the poor guy at the end, I think it's worth about $5. But how do you handle that? In all seriousness, how does that all come together?
Well, you know... In life, in negotiating, there's three basic things that we live by. Manage your emotions. You know, Homeland Security, terrorism, it brings out the fear in people.
Right.
What Washington has to do is be focused on what the issue is. Clear your head and really look at the situation. That's really important. Next thing that I focus on is know your bottom line. Well, we don't know the bottom line, but politicians know the most and the least that we can pay during a budget. But nothing, absolutely no amount of money is worth giving up our freedom. That's what they have to focus on. Take everything else aside, putting money into the military, making sure that we're safe. I mean, you walk down the street, you don't want to feel that fear. Never. And the third thing is know when to walk away, but politicians can't. You know, they're there to do a job. What they need to do is put down their political ideas, really focus and work together to keep you and I safe. And everybody that's walking around New York, L.A., Florida, it doesn't matter where, I don't want to feel scared.
All right, but when I picture both sides coming together, they're always afraid of losing face, each side. And you know, those who try to reach across the aisle are forever slapped for doing that. And I always said, you and I were saying briefly during the break, Ronald Reagan was famous for negotiating with Tip O'Neill. I don't want him to look bad. And I'd rather 70% of a loaf than no loaf at all. But it was all in how it was handled. John Kennedy with the Soviets during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Don't rub it in their face. We're all about rubbing it in their face. So you take what seems to be advantage of the poor schmuck who comes in and thinks that his Velvet Elvis painting is worth $10,000, and you have to break it to him. It's not. How do you keep his dignity even if he doesn't get?
Be honest. You know, people have ideas of what their items are worth. But now we're talking about our freedom, our liberty. What's worth more than that? Can you give up and lose face as long as you keep us safe? It doesn't.
But it's all part of the same thing. You don't want the other side to go away feeling bad. So how do you weigh the priorities? Do you meet with them privately? Like if you were Mitch McConnell meeting with Harry Reid or the president, how would those negotiations go down?
You talk in unison. You know what? Politicians, there's Republicans, there's Democrats, there's Tea Party, everybody has to work together. That's the key. Put all your political ideals aside. Work together for the betterment.
But they all have to go back home to their constituents.
Yeah, but keeping their constituents safe, what's more important?
So that's the highest priority. So if you were in what you would say, security comes first.
Period.
All right. So you have a president who's saying ISIS, they're not Muslim extremists.
Okay.
Okay. How do you meet with him tomorrow? This would be kind of cool, you in the Oval Office with the president.
I could.
But we're picturing that. What do you tell him?
I tell him the truth. I tell him what I really think.
Which is?
ISIS is a terrorist group. You know, there are terrorist groups out there.
He says they're terrorists. He doesn't call them Muslim extremists.
Yeah, whatever they are. Whatever they are, they're killing people. They're blowing up things. And we have to all work together to know and keep everyone in the United States. You know, we always used to be the peacekeepers. That was what we were known for. We need to get back to the old days and do that today.
All right, so when someone balks in a negotiation with you or starts hemming and hawing or flustering, I see that sometimes in your show, you seem to then pounce like a bear. Is that how they should handle in Washington?
You have to be strong. You have to be confident. And
no, but you're more than confident. I think you hit them when the camera goes down.
I don't hit them.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Tell the truth.
No, I don't. I'm looking at you.
Okay,
Me
fine.
to you, I don't hit them.
All right, but you make them think that you will.
Well, you know, that type of ideals is what they think. You know,
The bottom line, they know where they stand with you. You're not going to pussyfoot around it.
I'm not going to pussyfoot around it. I'm going to tell people the truth and make them understand my way's the right way.
Take that, Congress. Les, great seeing you.
Neil, thank you so much.
We could use a few more like that, right? Meanwhile,